Here's Brooke.
Hi. Hello. Woo! That was the Tutors. Woo! That was fun. Dun, 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 dun. I all of a sudden feel like I could do anything. Although all the signs point to no. Yeah. But that song, like, now I know I can. This is so weird. Oh, this semester, right? 2020. What the hell? Everything's weird. It's okay. It's not okay. But we're okay. Are we? I hope we're okay. Let's just be in the now, okay? Now we're okay. Yeah. My name's Brooke. I spell it with an E, but sometimes I'll spell it wrong. Then I'm broke. I need at least 2 O's. I try to be really clear with that because otherwise broke and hi everyone. Hi. This is gonna be really fun. I'm really excited. I've got like some really cool comedians, and then I've got like the best audience in the land, and we're also gonna share it with the. I met you guys when I said the best audience in the land. So we're live. This is Contagious. We do this every Friday at the same time. It's kind of neat because I can get somebody from different time zones, and then you can see it from your home. And this week's no joke. It's going to be really fun. You can't tell, but I'm wearing a diaper just so I don't have to, get up. I can just laugh and pee and laugh and pee and laugh and pee. The ladies get that joke. I don't know how they're. Sorry. I don't try to make it weird. It just happens. So I don't know if me and Portland are going to get along or not, like they're just doing it on purpose and I'm just doing it on accident. So we'll see. We'll see. I was trying to make sense of things because it was getting so stressful here on this planet. Here on planet Earth is getting kind of stressful. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be a point. There's got to be something. There's got to be. So I started to research the chaos theory. I got deep into YouTube. Yeah, deep in, and it's cool because there's a math. It's called a variable. It's a constant. It's and it's kind of irrational, so I could relate to it. Yeah. The number though, I think you'll like it. It's 4.0669. Yeah, this is like a magic number. The scientists don't even. Why does it hold so much power? Why does it make us say nice? I don't know still, but it's cool. If the chaos theory includes 69s, I think we're going to be okay. Like a quality, reprint. I know the word. I've seen the word. I don't know how to say the word. It's when it's reciprocal, but it's like reciprocity. There's the middle part of the say. All the viewers know how to say it. It's cool. It's probably an easy word, probably an easy thing. Sometimes easy things are hard, okay? Like remembering to pick up after yourself or putting tomatoes on the floor. If you were here last week, I did that last week. Why? I don't know. I put a tomato on the floor and then I was cleaning. And then I was like, oh, I better pick that up. Irrationals. Am I right? As long as there are 69 of them, then I guess it's fine. I guess I can handle it. I mean, anything can be a 69 if your head is in the right place. So, make do. Yeah. I made my mom laugh at 69. She's finally like relaxing into it. Her daughter, 69 lady. She's like, that's your thing. You thought I would stick with the Beanie Babies, huh? No, I grew out of that. Thought it was gonna be My Little Pony forever. No. Little does she know. Okay, let's tell some jokes. So, actually said that already. Funny. So, I don't know. I've been trying not to be stressed out, you know? So I was like, just get your mind off sex and get your mind off this stuff and go outside, go for a walk. And then all the guys have their shirts off. All their girls are in these little shorts and sports bras. So I put in my music and, oh, geez, the filth and the tunes. So I went home and I was like, do yoga. Focus on the in. Focus on the out. And then the yoga teacher, he's like, arch your back, you know, spread your legs. And then he squirted all over my face. It's like, you can't get away from it. You're right. Be more relatable. Judge the crowd. Judge the crowd. The thing is, I love my crowd. I love them. They all can relate. It's just because I have an imaginary 69 fairy that I and it's not like real sex because I'm picky, you know. I'd rather be really picky than really sticky. It's not my fault. I'm kind of like a mermaid, you know, this long hair and just like always wet. Or like a unicorn, you know, so magical and so horny. To find a centaur, you know, I want to be able to ride. I mean, mount from the back. Yeah, looking for a centaur. Stud on top. I don't know. I have high expectations, you know, and that's half the problem. That's half the problem. We're all cracked pots, right? We're all cracked pots, and that's okay. Oh, speaking of cracked pots, can't find it. But I saw geodes. They're really cool. They're like rocks, but then when you break them, you realize how beautiful they are. And I think that's what's happening to us, you know, in the middle of this chaos, right? We're getting broken, and then all this beauty is coming out. And it's like the 69 fairy, right? Like next thing you know, come underneath your pillow, getting choked down on the interstate. But also like, yeah, fuck yeah, like cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. I figured out why the number 666 is so bad. You probably already knew, but I want to enlighten you. Okay? Yeah, you get a 6. I mean, you give a 6. I'm a giver. And then you don't get a 9. One time, not. Okay? Second time, give a 6. Really cool. But no 9. Not cool at all. Third time, 666. This is me sprinkling the holy water. Get away. No more. None of that. Those are mistakes I'm not going to make anymore. You know, I'm standing up for myself. And yes, I'm still talking about 69s. I feel like it's important, you know, like, I don't know. I'm having a special party this Sunday, which is in 2 days. So 2 days, just mark your calendar because the Brits, they write their calendar backwards. So September 6th is 6-9 to them. So we're going to have a 6-9 party. I'm going to have 9 comics do 6 minutes and 6 comics do 9 minutes and then followed by 69 minutes of open mics because that's what a normal irrational would do. Yeah. 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 I love it when the echo agrees with me. It's the best. All right, I'm not going to talk forever because it isn't my show. And I looked over and it said 9. And I'm like, that's a good number. It's a great, great number. I hope to see you all the time. Thank you. Thank you. I'm Brooke Barcel. I'm your host of Contagious, the stay-home comedy show. Okay, without further ado, it looks like, oh man, we are having a flip-flop with the technical difficulties, and our first person isn't even here. It must be because the 69 ferry is close. So if you are tuning in right now, if you wouldn't mind, just checking the battery on your phone and then the weather. And if anyone has a 69, will you just, shout it out, tag me at Brooke Makes Fun. I'd really like to know. I feel like 69 ferry is here. Michael, are you ready to go first for us? Would that be okay? All right, our first comedian, he doesn't do social media, but he does make me laugh really hard. And I'm so excited for him to make you laugh really hard. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. So please put your hands together. Help me welcome to your screen, Michael James.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, Michael.
I'm going to take this iPad. It's like, those like the monoxide detectors, and they keep going off, and you got to you can't fix it. So you just take it and throw it somewhere. I'm still hearing my voice echoing here. So I'm going to leave that there. Never lose a comedic moment. Yeah, something funny. All right, listen, I love this mic already. I love the fact that I was confused, why there was a high school / college / senior / middle school band who was getting practice. I realized Brooke has her own horn section for this mic. And we got to hear Rocky. Another thing I love about this mic, Brooke is wearing diapers because she doesn't want to miss any of the mic. I respect the conviction. Not wearing diapers, but wearing diapers instead of, she's on her phone right now. So wearing diapers instead of just going, okay, I can still listen over here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't have to urinate and soil myself. But awesome, Brooke. Another thing I love about this mic, and I've been doing comedy for 3 years, and I'm been waiting 3 years to say this. I am the only white male on this mic. Finally, I've been doing comedy with hundreds of other white dudes, and it's just nice to there's none of them. That's it. It's I looked at the bill and I'm like, oh, Eric looks awesome. Who else is on it? Oh yeah, she's not here. I can't tell. She looks awesome. I was like, Brooke's hosting, Natalie's doing time. I am the only semblance of white maledom in this open mic. And I was like, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. White male. How is that not already a horror movie? How is that not already been written? I've got the idea for the opening scene. It actually happened here in the town where I live. And I was walking down the street from one open mic to the next, and a car drove by blasting Rollin' by Limp Bizkit. So opening scene, opening credits. All right, partner, you know what time it is. Keep on rolling, baby. And then it cuts to me seeing a group of 20 to 30 white males walking down the street together, and they're on the sidewalk, and the sidewalk was so narrow that they were all in a single file line. So they were still broing down, but it looked like a kindergarten class walking through the halls, but a kindergarten class of nothing but future school shooters. Long story short, preemptively called the cops. This is the one of the climactic scenes. I call the cops. I'm like, listen, I want to go ahead and report. Let's go with 12 disorderly conducts, 10 or 11 let's just round it up to a baker's dozen, 13 sexual assaults, Throw in, I'll take some public urination. Give me some of those, about 7 or 8 public urination. Okay, it is getting violent now. There is violence. There's a nut shot. Okay, now they're turning on each other. All right. And then I jump in and I kind of save the day. But before that happens, they all start singing the chorus of Chumbawamba's Tub Thumping, but just the chorus. Like I get knocked down. It's like, that's it. Yeah, so it's nice to be on this mic. I hope everyone has had a wonderful COVID. I hope you're making the best as you can of it. And I think we're all spending a lot of time with roommates, a lot of roommate time, definitely in my case. My roommate and I have got to know each other a little bit better. And I've realized like she's a lot younger than I am, and I don't listen to music. I don't listen to like modern music anymore. And so I discovered music through her. And she turned me on to my now favorite musician / motivational speaker / plus size model / rapper known as Lizzo. And it's kind of weird though, because my roommate is also my daughter, like my 4-year-old daughter. And like that's a bit of a jump on the old Spotify playlist, you know, from Baby Shark doot 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 doot, Baby Shark doot 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 doot, to Are You Home Boy? Are You Alone Boy? Pick up your phone, boy. Come give me dome, boy. Is that everybody's Discover Weekly, or just my 4-year-old daughter? Like, I mean, you listen to the soundtrack to Frozen 2 and Kids Bop 142. You might like NWA, Straight Outta Compton. You know, like, I don't know how the algorithm works. It just seems wrong, though. One of the great things about being a dad is when I go out in public with my roommate and she says something terrible, and I know it's terrible. Everyone else around us knows it's terrible. She has no idea what she just said and why it's bad. And that happened recently, a couple days ago when this joke was written 10 months ago. We were at a pool and she wanted to play the game Ring Around the Rosies, innocently enough. How you play it in a pool with 2 people, I still don't know, but she wanted to play it, but she didn't know how to say it. She didn't know how to pronounce it properly. And she got like parts of it. So she gets but she also didn't know how to, she thought the game was called Pocket Full of Posies. It's like, all right, whatever. But I didn't know what she was saying. Like she got the root word right of like the first word, left off the suffix, breezes over the entire middle part, like got the consonants at the end right. Flip the vowel sound a little bit. So she's in the pool going, Daddy, I want pocket pussy. Daddy, I want pocket pussy. And I'm getting like cold stares from like the mom next to me. Like I just asked her to like borrow her kid's pool noodle and some SPF 15 and give like a full on like demonstration in the middle, like around everybody or something. And like, I get it, you know, okay, your kids are playing Marco Polo. My kid's over here talking about sex toys. Marco Polo, Marco pocket pussy. I know it doesn't sound good, but like, what am I supposed to do in that moment? How do I play that off, you know? I just looked at her and I said, you haven't heard the new Lizzo featuring Justin Bieber and Future, Pocket Pussy? She wants that pocket pussy. He wants that pocket pussy. I want that pocket pussy. It's a fucking song. I'm a good parent. It has nothing to do with my parenting. So I want to give you guys some advice that was given to me. And the advice that I'm about to share is from one of the greatest people who I've known in my entire life. Someone very dear to me, and that's my late grandfather, James Clare. And the advice my grandpa gave me about to share was given to me on the day before my first ever job, the first day of my first ever job when I was 14 and a half at McDonald's. And the advice he gave me was, Michael, don't spend all your time jerking off in the bathroom. And he shared this like not on like a nice country drive like we would take or walk around his farm like I remembered so fondly. He told this at like the dinner table, surrounded by my mom, dad, grandma, and 10-year-old sister. And you know, it's one of those moments of like there's a lot going on there. And the word that stuck out to me was all. Like all your time. Which seems to imply that 14 and a half-year-old me should be spending some of their time on their first ever shift or their first ever day at McDonald's jerking off in the bathroom. And like, but on like his, like, he didn't say how much time, which is the weird thing, you know, like, and in a 6-hour shift, all the time is 6 hours. And that leaves a pretty big jerk off window of seconds to like 5 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. Which, looking back, kind of sounds like the greatest job ever for a 14 and a half-year-old boy. But he left that stone unturned. I think he knew the answer, but he knew that answer was mine for when it was mine to discover. And that was the exact thought I had going through my head as I jerked off behind the dumpster during my lunch break like a hygienic McDonald's employee. I'll leave you guys with one more thing, and I'll kind of say this, like, you know, Lizzo callbacks and jerking off behind a dumpster bits. Like, I don't know if we saved the world or not with that material. I'm gonna go with yeah, we did. Let's go with yeah, we saved the world. You know, did I save the world? Yes. Did a white male comic do jerk off material? Of fucking course. But I don't want to be one of those guys who like talks about bullshit and stories that go nowhere and ends with like 14 and a half-year-old jerking off behind a dumpster. No one walks away hearing that bit a better person. And I want to leave something with people. I want to have some depth, some emotion. And I'm going to leave you with this last story. And it's something where I hope that my words affect you and inspire you the same way that my grandpa's words affected and inspired me. And this story revolves around the Guns N' Roses classic, November Rain. It happened 3 Novembers ago. And I was in a pretty dark place in my life. Without going into details, things just weren't working out. And it was a low, it was a rock bottom moment. And the song November Rain, I was driving my car and the song November Rain came on my car stereo. And at that moment, the November skies opened up and the November rain came down and the tears started to fall down too. A lot of tears and maybe more than the rain that night. But at the same time as the second of 4 guitar solos rang out, a lot of the anxiety and depression and self-loathing that had kind of shadowed me my whole life started to wash away. And by the 3rd guitar solo, things started to make a little more sense. And then it got to the 4th of 4 guitar solos, and Axel said to me, Don't you know you need someone? You're not the only one. You're not the only one. At that moment, I turned down my car stereo, asked myself, what the fuck am I doing jerking off in a Taco Bell parking lot? When there's a perfectly good McDonald's with a barely lit dumpster right across the street. Thank you guys so much, Book. I appreciate having me. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Give it up for the white guy. Woo! I try to only have one. And they have to be funny. They have to be. So thank you. And thank you for telling everyone that I was wearing the diaper. That was well before the scene. Before the yeah. What's going on? Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1. Okay, so yeah, there's been some technical difficulties, which are fun. You guys can't tell. It looks just like everything's fine and you're on your side, but here, not so much. It's kind of fun though, because Brooke 1 is a little bit behind Brooke 2, so I get to see myself do what I did just a second ago. Just kind of fun to do. So do I want to do this and then do that? Hold on, I'm gonna get. Is that better? Can you hear me at the same time that I'm talking? I made a mistake.
What? You. Oh.
Could you not hear any of that?
No.
Uh-oh. So that was our white guy. I only have one. I don't know how much you didn't hear. This dimension is weird. There's something going on. I looked it up in the chaos theory. They promised 69. It could be any minute. Check your phone. Check the temperature. It could be 69 where you are. I don't know. As long as this is funny, it's okay. Yeah, because it's a comedy.
Woo!
And yeah. Woo! Little things, everybody. It's the little things. Okay. Are we here? Are we okay? I don't know. I don't know anything. We're okay. We're fine. We're not, but we're okay. We're not, but we're okay. Our next comedian's gonna be real fun. We're gonna have a good time. Y'all ready?
Woo!
Yeah, we're gonna probably close this out. Just make us laugh, and if I am wearing adult diapers, I will be able to just sit here and laugh. I won't have to get up. Okay. Together, welcome to the screen, the very, very funny Eric Escobar.
Woo!
Clap it up for Brooks Diapers. Oh my Lord, they're wonderful. Pampers is sponsoring this. I'm very excited. I don't know, yo. I'm in LA. I've been going to protests. Anyone else going to protests? Anyone go to? Couple maybe? Oh man, I don't know if you saw the one. It was probably in the news this morning. I went to a protest yesterday and I saw a cop get shot in the face. A cop got shot right in the face. I was freaking out because it was the first time I've ever used a gun. All right, guys, it was very. But I'm fighting the good fight. What happened? Oh man, I don't even like guns. I remember I went hunting when I was in 6th grade. I went hunting. I tried to shoot a rabbit. I accidentally hit the magician. All right, that was the worst birthday party I think I've ever been to. Your other colleague, he's quarantining with his daughter. I'm actually quarantining with my partner, my wonderful girlfriend. I hate her so much. I hate her so much. Quarantine has been so difficult. We're starting to spice things up. She was like, "What can I do in the bedroom to turn you on more?" And I was like, "Be Asian." She can be Asian. Very difficult. She's actually Puerto Rican and angry all the time. It's a beautiful mix. I really love her. It's really wonderful. It's weird though, because I used to date a lot of like Filipino girls and Japanese girls. So now, like every time we pass by an Asian person, she's always like, "Eric, you want to hook up with them?" And I always got to tell her, like, "Don't talk that way about my cousins. All right, they're nice boys. They're boys, nice men. They are nice men. What's going on?" We we finally decided we're gonna like mix things up and start doing role playing. I'm very excited.
Uh-oh.
I don't think that would.
Hey, you know, sexy boy, sexy boy, a sexy man. I'm a sexy man. I did it again. What's going on? I like we're doing a lot of like I don't know, just new things. Like I don't know, I'm trying to buy her gifts. You know, make her like nice and happy. I bought her some lingerie the other day. She got so mad. She was like, "Eric, why would you buy lingerie at Goodwill?" You know what I'm talking about? Talking all right, secondhand. Ew, disgusting. No. We've been ordering like a lot of Uber Eats and like Postmates. We haven't been cooking. And here's the thing: we've been ordering so much delivery that now in our kitchen we have just a drawer full of random plastic forks and knives, just like dozens of random plastic forks and knives. Some they cut really well. Others you can barely finish the circumcision. All right, it is very different. Very hard, very hard. There you go. Got a new tag in there. Boom, boom, pow. I reading a lot of quarantine. I've been going the Harry Potter series. I don't even see it with my green screen. I've been reading Harry Potter over again. It's been so good. Here's the thing. I like to read. I don't think I knew how to read until I was like an adult. All right. Like I remember in like high school, I had this book report. I read this whole book, went to write about it, had no idea what was going on in the Kama Sutra. All right. It was very difficult, very scary, very confusing book, I should say. What else I've been doing over quarantine? I've been reading. I've been learning new languages. Been learning new language. Does anyone in here speak another language? I've been doing Duolingo. Anyone here speak anything else?
Diablo Spanish.
Oh wait, Brooke, what do you speak?
I speak Spanish, pero necesito más práctica.
Oh, domo arigato. Was that Spanish? Maybe, absolutely maybe. Brooke, I've been learning French, so this is what I want to do. I want to try out some of my French on you, and I want to see if you can translate it for everyone else. Are you down?
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. We'll start easy. Let's go with bonjour. You know what bonjour means?
Hello.
Hello, everyone. 20 points for Brooke. Oh my lord. Let me do it. Look at that little party emoji. That's great. You got bonjour. What about merci? You know what merci means?
Please.
Please. Close. Thank you. The other one, but you're killing it. You're doing great. You got 1 out of 2. It's amazing. I think you'll get this next one. This next one's my favorite French word. Buffet. You know what buffet?
As much as you want.
Eat as much as you want, Brooke. 20 points. Another emoji. Eat as much as you want. All you can eat. I love it. You got buffet. Last French word I learned. Menage a trois. You know what menage a trois?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You mean like a threesome? Like three at once, 3 at a time, 2 on the sides, 1 in the middle?
No. Menage a trois does not mean threesome. Menage a trois actually means buffet. Eat as much as you want. Absolutely delicious. All you can eat. All right. Yes, other ladies. All right. Let's move on. Domo arigato. There you go. I oh man, I'm trying to check my parents a bunch. They're old. I'm always calling them. It's weird, man. My folks, it's so here's the thing. My mom's Filipino, my dad's Mexican. It's fun being Mexipino. I like it. I just feel like it's super weird because they like average each other out. All right. Like as a Filipino guy, Filipino men lose their hair early. So I started losing my hair in like high school. All right. It was messed up. But it works out because since I'm half Mexican, by the time I was in kindergarten, I could grow a mustache. You know what I mean? So it all worked out. And it's I love my mom. My mom has this thick Filipino accent. I remember growing up, my mom would be like, Eric, do you want to go surfing? Do you want to see the ocean? Do you want to go see the beach? And I'd be like, whoa, Mom, what'd you say? And she'd be like, do you want to see the beach? I'm like, Mom, I don't want to see grandma right now. All right? Please get off my back. Honestly, that bitch. You feel like I got kind of screwed. I got stuck with the two races with like the worst names ever. The worst names. Like Filipino side, great example. I have an uncle named Boy. All right. He is my Uncle Boy. Like, how lazy were my grandparents? All right. Like, here's your son. What do you want to name him? He's a boy. Yes. You know what I mean? No, that's a horrible way to name a kid. That's absolutely horrible. What if we were all named that way? All right. We were all named like the first thing they saw at birth. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what's up? I'm like, male baby. This is my wife. Her name is female baby. This is my daughter. Her name is good old premature. How you doing? And this is my son. My son. I love my son. His name is, why is he black? I don't know. He looks like our attractive neighbor. I think something's afoot. Penis. He has a foot-long penis. It's very confusing. Very, very hard. But it's weird, man. On the Latino side, I got super screwed because on the Latino side, my last name is Escobar. And Escobar is a horrible last name because everyone's like, are you related to Pablo? Are you in a cartel? And it doesn't really bother me, all right? Because they'll be dealt with. They will be dealt with, I guarantee you. I'm sad. I was supposed to go to Mexico during quarantine. I was supposed to go to Mexico next week. I had a free flight. I was getting deported, but we'll see if that still happens. I don't know. Maybe. I love my parents, but they're super conservative, which can be a little weird with our relationship. Like the other day, I called my mom and she was like, Eric, are you pro gay people? And I was like, what? She's like, are you pro gay people? I'm like, Mom, I'm not even amateur gay people. All right. Like, I didn't even know they had a league. How do I audition? I want to join. Let's do it. Fantasy gay. I'll make it happen. Let's have a draft. My dad just messed up stuff too, man. I hate when my dad says like really like, weird things. Like one time he called someone Oriental. And I'm like, Dad, it's 2020. We don't say Oriental. Say like Asian or Asian American. One time he called someone heavyset. And I'm like, Dad, we don't say heavyset anymore. Call people plus sized or fat. You know what I mean? Or don't be fat than heavyset. Come on, Dad. That'd just be nicer. But the worst thing ever is recently I heard him call someone a pussy. And I'm like, Dad, that's messed up. It's 2020. We do not call people pussies anymore. We call them millennials. Hard joke to tell as a millennial. All right. Very difficult. But it's true. Have you recently had a conversation with like 28-year-olds? It's like you're talking to 28-year-olds. All right. Like no one has a job. They still live at home. They only take Uber Pool. What's up with that? No. But I figured it out. I know why millennials are weird. Millennials are weird because we're addicted to Wi-Fi, internet, social media. We were the first generation of the internet, and now we're stuck with it. We can't escape it. I can't do anything without my iPhone. I was taking a poop today, realized I didn't have it with me, and I started crying, all right? I started crying. I finished my business, and then I got out of the pool. And that was the third worst ever been, dude. Oh, man. Always on social media. Always on social media. And I like it, but I hate Instagram stories. Instagram stories are weird because on other social media, people can like stuff and you're like, oh, they like my things. But on Instagram stories, people will just watch all your stories and not react. Like for me, it's Blake from 3rd grade. All right. Blake from 3rd grade watches every single one of my stories, and it's creepy because I haven't talked to Blake since his funeral. All right. So we'll see what's happening. I miss the real world. I think we all miss the real world. So here's the thing. I'm a comic and a professional wrestler. I can't do either of those jobs right now. Like I remember my last wrestling match. I was wrestling this guy and it sucked because he decided to legitimately headbutt me in the dick, which was horrible. It was absolutely horrible because it was the first time I've seen anyone get a concussion. You know what I'm talking about, ladies? You know what I'm talking about? Wrestling was the best, dude. I had a cool finishing move. I get the guy's head and I throw it in the mat. Some people call it a diamond cutter. Some people call it an RKO. My boss, I called it a fireable offense. I'll send you my CV and resume. Let's go. I remember when I was watching wrestling as a kid, man. Professional wrestling, it's so much more than like a TV show, all right? For me, professional wrestling is like Jesus Christ, all right? Think about it. 1, tons of people all over the world follow it religiously. 2, it's real. It is absolutely real, my friends. Very, very real. I also can't like act or anything anymore. That's weird. Like y'all may have seen me on some stuff. You may have seen me on like Last Comic Standing or Comedy Central or Pornhub. Good list of credits. Really good list. But it's weird. Like here's the thing. Like I remember I used to audition for stuff all the time, and you can't audition for anything unless you match like the look and the type. So I would only get cholo auditions. A cholo is like a Mexican gangster, and you can tell how tough I am by the way I pronounce cholo. All right, I'm not. I don't even look like a tough cholo. All right, I look like a cholo who loves like hummus and early Blink-182. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna steal your wallet, but I might steal your heart. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Oh man. It's weird because when you acting stuff, it's weird because if you have other friends who are actors, sometimes they book stuff and you want to be really happy for them, but you get kind of jealous. Like I have a friend right before quarantine, she just booked a pilot with Justin Bieber. They booked a pilot with Justin Bieber, and I was so jealous until I realized no one gives a fuck about Justin Bieber. All right, like Justin Bieber was big back in the day, but nobody remembers her. So I don't understand what the big to-do was all about. Very, very, very odd. So my wonderful girlfriend earlier, my wonderful partner, she's awesome. It's I was on quarantining together. It's very odd. The other night she asked me if I could go out in the middle of the night and buy some Plan B, you know, just to be careful. And I went and bought the Plan B. I have nothing against it. I just hate the way it tastes. You know what I mean? Really tasty. Very odd. What's weird about my I used to dress horribly. I dress horribly all the time, but I used to dress really horribly. And before she started to care about it, now she doesn't so much. Like I used to wear cargo shorts 24/7. All right. I love cargo shorts. You can keep anything in cargo shorts. You know what I mean? Phone, keys, wallet, virginity. Everything can be kept in the cargo shorts, which is very exciting. Oh man. I was talking about real life. I miss it. I've had a lot of weird jobs. Like I miss Disneyland. I used to work at Disneyland. That was the best job ever, man. Like I don't know if you know this, but at Disneyland, a lot of the rides were built in the 50s. And in the 50s, people were way skinnier and way smaller than they are today because in the 50s, they didn't know about Korean barbecue. All right, straight up. I think that's what. But when I was working at Disneyland, it was crazy. I used to work on It's a Small World, and the boats on It's a Small World are super small. So if you were a guest and you were too large to ride It's a Small World, we would apologize to you by offering you a free meal voucher. All right? I don't know if that solves the problem. That's full, but I know where you can get some meth. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's really the way we should do it. Oh man, I miss Disneyland. I miss. I have another job where I used to actually teach kids who are incarcerated. I would teach youth who are in like juvenile halls, juvenile detention centers, and I would do improv workshops, which is great because if you're a 12-year-old murderer, the one thing you want in your life is some musical theater. Am I right? And I taught. It was crazy teaching this workshop. And then basically what happened is we're doing an improv scene. And I was like, all right, guys, we're doing an improv scene. Can I get a suggestion? This kid all the way in the back goes, yo, peanut butter jelly sandwich. And out of nowhere, the whole place started rioting. I don't know what's going on. A security guard pulls me from the side. And he's like, didn't you know? Peanut butter jelly sandwich is underground gang talk for we're about to shank someone. No, that is not a common knowledge thing. All right, like I'm in a situation where it's been like, can I have your PB&J? Oh yeah, sure. Ah, why'd you do that? Well, I warned you. You know what I mean? I don't think it really works. Oh man. So I've been living in LA for a while. I moved down from Northern California. I used to live in the Redwood Forest. It was beautiful. I loved living in the forest. But fun fact, really hard to bring girls home when you live in the forest, right? They're always like, this is really creepy and get me out of your trunk. So it's very difficult. Very, very hard. When I was working up there, it was great. I was working at a summer camp for kids with disabilities. I loved it. Whenever the kids were really cool, I would give them all Capri Suns. Whenever they were assholes, I would give them all Capri Suns with the straws ripped off. All right. And apparently that made me a bad person because they were all amputees. All right. I don't get why big issue was there, but whatever. If you guys didn't like that joke, that's fine. You don't have to like that joke, but that is my favorite joke, hands down. I recently lost about 70 pounds.
Whoa.
Cool. Here's the thing. I've always been a big guy, though. I remember it really used to affect me. Like, I remember in junior high, I was so insecure about being like a fat kid. I used to cut myself. Giant pieces of cake to hide the pain. And they were absolutely delicious. Real good. All that German chocolate. I love it. Oh man, I think I'm fat. I think I was always like bigger because I hated eating fruit. I hated fruit. Like I might have an orange slice once in a blue moon. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, me too.
The diet that I'm on currently, it's kind of cool. Instead of eating, I'm just smoking cigarettes. That's all I do. It's crazy. You lose a lot of weight in the beginning and then a bunch more during chemo. It really is a good time. I told that joke over Zoom for a cancer corporate benefit last week. Killed. Absolutely killed my very good. Who's drinking over quarantine? Anyone drinking over quarantine? Getting that alcohol in? If you're drinking right now, even if it's just water or something to hydrate, let's do a little virtual cheers. Let's do a virtual cheers to Brooke and live comedy, my friends.
Woo! Yes.
If you're drinking over quarantine, keep drinking. If you're doing drugs over quarantine, I just want to say be careful. Be super careful, all right? I tried acid for the first time, and it was wild because I was tripping out so hard that I didn't realize my little brother walked in the room and took some, which is frightening, very frightening. I think it is the scariest thing to ever happen to me as an only child. All right. Very, very difficult. Brooke, I just want to make sure I'm good on time and not like running.
Yeah,
cool.
You're good.
Cool to do a couple more?
Yeah, please.
Oh, sweet. Cool. What else has been going on with me? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I just graduated grad school. That's very exciting.
Ooh.
I actually got my MFA, and MFA stands for Eternal Student Debt. That's what it stands for. So I'm very excited. It's weird. So I did my undergrad. I did in LA, and I majored in theater because my whole life I've dreamed of moving out to Hollywood to drive for Uber. So it really But I don't know if like my college experience prepared me for the real world. All right, because there are things you can do in college that you can't do in the real world at your full-time job. You can't walk into your full-time job 30 minutes late, hungover, wearing a bathrobe and a side of swagger. All right, like that's not like you do that in class. You might get Rebecca's number. You know what I'm talking about? Just watch out. Rebecca's a hoe. She's an absolute hoe. But to her credit, she's a great professor. You know what I mean? So it all works out. It all works out. I remember one of my favorite things. I studied a lot of things in college. I did a little bit of psychology. I like my psychology classes. I learned about the Oedipus complex. I don't know if you guys know what the Oedipus complex is, but boiled down, it's like if you're a girl, you secretly want to have sex with your dad. If you're a boy, you secretly want to have sex with your mom, which makes a lot of sense because every girl I dated has been exactly like my mom. All right. They've always been really like annoying and proper and slept with my dad. It really was a fun journey. What else? Oh, I also did a Spanish minor. I did a Spanish minor. Please don't tell her parents. I did not know. She had a fake ID. But college was fun. College was very fun. I miss college parties. I remember, here's the thing with college parties. We could never afford like the good mixers like Coke or Pepsi. So we always had like the fake mixers like the Shasta Lemon Lime Fizz or the Dr. Mr. Pepper or Rufalin. It was really a lot of things that I didn't try for the first time, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Oh man. I was talking about Disneyland. I want to talk more about Disneyland. I remember when I was working there for a while, because I was working there while I was in college. It was super fun. I remember my favorite thing to do at Disneyland was when there was a kid who was really scared. As a cast member, as employee, I got to make that kid have a better day, a brighter, happier day. Like I remember there was this one little girl, she was in line for Space Mountain and she was freaking out. She was freaking out. So I went up to her and I'm like, hey, are you afraid of roller coasters? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, don't worry, all right? Because we got something in common. Like this is my favorite roller coaster in the whole park. But when I was your age, I was a girl too. Did not help. Did not help. Still got the B cups though, so I'm still happy about it. Oh man, I'm really lucky to be with my current girlfriend. She's so great. I've been saying that a lot. We started dating a while back. I'm still in like the honeymoon phase of it. I was single for a long time. Being single sucked, man. Like I remember I was single for a long time because my last ex. Here's the thing: my last girlfriend, she would want to have sex like 4 or 5 times a day, and if I was lucky, one of those times would be with me. So what a hoe. I tried the online dating thing for a while. I think they all have really weird names, like OK Cupid. Can I at least have a good Cupid? Why are you just okay at your job? All right. I'm trying to find love, get better. Or like Christian Mingle. Christian Mingle sounds like an English pimp. All right. Like, I don't do accents, but it sounds horrible. Meet? Oh man, I was on Black People Meet for a while. Heads up. You do not want to spell meat wrong. That is completely different website. Also get messages. I'm like, who could it be? Oh, it doesn't fit on the screen. That is massive. That is giant. That is crazy. I I met with one girl online. We started dating for a little while, but we had to break up because our lives were going in 2 completely different directions. All right. Like she currently makes 6 figures a year as an engineer for Google. My last paycheck was a bag of weed for telling poop jokes in Fresno. All right. Like how do you put that on your taxes? You know what I mean? Can I get like a W-420? What's going on? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh man. I remember I was dating this girl for a little while in between, and it was weird because we were dating for a couple months. Something very scary happened. She ended up getting pregnant. And I was freaking out, man. I don't have a lot of money. She didn't have any jobs or anything. We were freaking out. We decided that it'd be best if we didn't have the baby, which was, it was, even though we made that call, it was still very hard. Like I called, I made the appointment. I went with her to the spot, held her hand the whole time during the procedure. We're both crying. We just want to leave. We get to the parking lot. And that's when I realized I locked my keys in the car, in the parking lot of the clinic. Do you know how embarrassing it is to have to walk back into an abortion clinic and ask and borrow a coat hanger? It really is embarrassing. The most embarrassing. I feel like I can never tell that joke, and I'm really happy all of you are happy with me. That's when they stop liking me. Most of you stopped liking me. Thank you for your smiles anyways. I really I want to do this. Is anyone here tatted up? Does anyone here have a tattoo? Specifically, does anyone in here have a tattoo of a significant other or ex's name? Anyone? No? Maybe not yet. We all make mistakes. It's okay. I remember a while back, I was seeing this girl and I was gonna get a tattoo of her name. So I told her one day, I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna get a tattoo of your name. And she was like, who are you? And it was very awkward. I think it was awkward the rest of that first grade year. All right. It was really, very annoying. Very, very annoying. That's new. I like that one. It's okay. Oh man, talk about my jobs a lot. I've had a lot of weird jobs. I teach kids all the time. I feel like I always end up like teaching jobs. I remember I had this one job one time where I was working with kids, and during the job interview, I thought they said artistic, but when I got there, I found out they meant autistic. It was very wild because I got there and I was like, whoa, you guys can't draw for shit. Oh my God, not a single one of you. Except for you, Timmy. Is that the Sistine Chapel? Well done. There you go. How many toothpicks? Let's have a good time. No Rain Man references. All right, it's a dated thing. It's a dated thing. Just trying to start us off. Let me see, is there anything else I'm like working on? I feel like I'm like the only comic who hasn't done a lot of like COVID jokes. I feel like other comics, you do a lot of COVID material.
A little bit. A
little. Okay, that's enough crowd work. That's enough crowd work for everything. I think that was pretty fun. Oh, can I plug merch on a Zoom show? Is that okay? I feel like, do it. If you guys want some Eric Escobar merch, I'm selling it still online. I'm selling Eric Escobar lighters, and I'm selling them 2 for $5. You can like PayPal or Venmo me $5 for 2 lighters. And it's weird because whenever I do this, a lot of people after shows, they always come up to me and they're like, Eric, 2 lighters for $5. That's kind of expensive. So anyways, guys, to wrap this up, I'm just gonna end on a quick. You know what? I wasn't even gonna do. I was gonna end on a joke about how I never leave my apartment, but screw it. It's an inside joke. That's been my time. Going for Brooke. I hope I didn't go too over, but I love y'all very much and follow each other on Instagram. Yeah.
It's together for Eric Escobar. He made it so easy. Sent him money during that time. Yeah. Followed him on Instagram. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Tutors. That was funny what he said about the band. I do have my own horns. It's awesome. Thank you, audience. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Backline. Thank you, 2020, for being weird so I fit in a little bit. We'll see you next week. Woo!